Yes. Wagwan people. Welcome back to yet another amazing episode of Dimba La Afriq hapa here in the year 2026, coming to you live at 10 p.m. Kenyan time hapa. If you're tuning in for the very first time hapo, karibu sana, karibu tena sana, and we thank you, we appreciate you for the likes, the shares, the subscription up to where we are at. Ni grace ya God na mapenzi yenu watazamaji. And we are here for yet another great episode hapa today hapa. It's the post-match analysis. We are doing it hapa at 10 p.m. Kenyan time. And without saying much, let me also welcome my panelist hapa, Mr. Joseph. Joseph, karibu sana kwa show yetu ya Dimba la Bara Afrika.
Habari mzee Alex.
Yeah, karibu sana. Thank you for joining me tonight.
Yeah, I'm very fine. I'm doing well. I think I am a happy man today. So, and you need to give me my flowers. I predicted Man City versus Liverpool game correctly. You remember?
Yeah, you said
I said a
2-1.
2-1 win.
Yeah.
So
I think it was seen as hate. So hate imetana out kuwa analysis.
Nilionekana kama mimi nina hate. Unakumbuka niliambiwa nina hate team. Mimi nilikuwa najua kile Etihad is not a fortress. Etihad right now is not a fortress. Etihad has been broken up, and any team
Anfield.
can win. They are going to cry referee. They are going to cry whatever was done. But as long as the 3 points are in the bag, and my prediction was right. And I think also some more matches I predicted right. We are going to check them because I think I predicted some matches correctly. I don't remember all of them. We are going to
sure. There is only one that I am sure. I don't remember the rest, but for the one for Leeds, ulisema Leeds kichwa, Leeds won, and I don't remember all of them. But for Brighton, ulisema Palace. I'm not sure whether you said Palace.
But for Brighton ndio nilianguka. For Brighton nilianguka juu nilisema Brighton itashinda. For which other one?
For Chelsea nilikwambia Mabela correct score 3-1. I remember telling you here hapa correct score Chelsea 3.
Lakini mimi sikusema mtagongo na nini. Silikuwa najua Wolves mtapiga Wolves. So that one what I had said, I said what I don't remember the score I had said. I think I had said 2-1. But it's nini. But for Manchester also I had predicted almost correctly, but it came 2-0. You remember I had predicted 2-1.
Yeah.
I wish I had predicted a red card because I had seen it before. A red card for Tottenham. I had seen it. A game like that, with that tempo, always must have a red card. Even today, a game like that must have a red card. You have seen in the last minutes there was a red card.
But what a free kick, Mabela! Your free kick that has to be one of the best.
Let's give it to Liverpool fans. That free kick was one of the best. And that guy,
the ground.
And that guy knows how to he knows how to kick the free kicks. Unajua mpaka Salah alikuwa amekataa pige. Salah I think is washed up now in Liverpool. Salah is washed up. I think even he's supposed to be now thinking about his departure from Liverpool this season. If he's going to continue, I don't know. He's going to finish his career off in Liverpool. But a great weekend for the Chelsea team, for the Manchester United, and for the City team. Tumekuwa vile wanataka kutuita watuite. I think that the tears went direct to Arsenal because they were very happy because of the win they got, but leo machos.
But anyway, without wasting much time, wacha tukaribisha Kelong before tuingie kwa analysis. Kelong, karibu sana. Happy New Year 2026.
Happy New Year, Mr. Alex. Thank you very much. Happy to be here.
Yeah, asante sana Kelong. And we get straight away into the match. Yesterday nilikuwa na watch Sky Sports News, and I was hearing Alan Pardew, the former Newcastle manager wa kitambo, for those ones who are watching football. Alan Pardew said that the thing with Arsenal and with any other team is that if you haven't won it for a long time, it becomes a bit difficult to get over the edge. And he said that is the thing that is happening to Arsenal right now. That the fact that they haven't won it in a long time, it becomes a little bit difficult for them to quite get it over the edge. And we can say the same thing for Man City in 2012. Ile ilichukua with the last kick of the game for the very very first time yenye game iliongezwa 5 minutes, Aguero with the last kick of the game to win it. So my question is, tuanze na weke long. Is it right for anybody to say that if you haven't won it in a long time, it becomes a little bit difficult to get over the edge?
Yeah, I think that was spot on because remember also Liverpool before they won against City. How many, like 2 years ago? No, last season they had this season. No. Actually, did Klopp ali win? Yeah, Klopp ali win Premier League, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2020.
2023 ama 2022?
No, 2021. During COVID.
Yeah.
COVID ni Liverpool walishinda. Ni 2020,
Oh, yeah.
2021, 2022.
Yeah, that is the time. And it had taken them about more than 20 years. Same case with Arsenal. Now it's almost 2 decades ago before they won a title. So they have really forgotten how to go over the line. Pressure in our gear, and it's creeping up slowly. We saw how they were demoralized for the game in Man U. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting season. We are just hoping City give them pressure because CDP have been inconsistent. Not winning against Spurs was atrocity. They should have won to make the gap up at least 4 points. 4 points. Arsenal panic. Then they would overthink the games. Yeah, but now if City keep up the pressure, then it's gonna be hard for Arsenal. So I'm starting to feel that they have started to believe in themselves kidogo. Where they're struggling these games kubwa, kwa games ndogo, they're killing those little teams kabisa or play chance. Like at Sunderland, I thought they would give them a chance, but never happened, or they killed off that game as quick as possible. So yeah, let's see. It's still 13 games to go. The title race is not concluded, especially after the end of this match. If City ingepigwa it was looking after the supposed lie free kick, league ingekuwa imeenda. Yeah, but see kama Arsenal haters, we are still hanging in there.
Okay, sana mzeke long. And let me also ask the question to you, Jose. Jose, do you agree with what Alan Pardew said that if you haven't won it in a long time, it becomes a little bit difficult to get over the edge?
Yeah, I agree with him, but I'm going to go. I think Kelong has said some bit. I'm going to go at it at another angle. You know, Arsenal, the problem they are lacking team leaders to take the team to over the bridge. And one thing that is also happening is they have not had people who have won these titles. I think the only person in that team who has won these titles of close was maybe Gabriel Jesus. I don't think there is any other person in that team. Maybe who else? I don't think there is anybody in that team who has won the EPL or the champion. Maybe EPL. Let's talk about EPL. I don't think there is anybody in that team who has won EPL. If you see a team that is always that the team is in front and is number one, but even their captain is being subbed off, it tells you about that team and how leadership in that team looks like. Because if you look at the captainships of other teams, the captains always tend to fight so much for the team. Just take a look at Chelsea captain. I think James is still in the injury, no? And he came back. But if you look at the captainship of James, is James or ni James? Namvitaga James.
Ama Enzo.
Si
but
Enzo, I'm talking about anaitwa nani anakuwaga na sister huko Chelsea, anaitwa nani?
yeah, James,
Rich
James,
James.
yeah,
James,
yeah,
yeah,
he's
I'm
always
talking
the
about
captain.
James is your captain. Si James ni captain wenyu? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
captain James has been a very good captain, and he has been taking the team over in some games when you see like the games is about to anapatia our players motisha. You also look at Bruno Fernandes when he's the captainship of that team. He always charges the team to move forward. Just all captains, just look at all captains. But if you look at Arsenal, the captain is even given a sub. So that tells you so much about the team leadership in Arsenal. It tells you so much that they don't have players who have crossed the bridge. The only player who has won that a league title in the years that Arsenal have not won the title is only maybe Gabriel Jesus, but the other ones have not won any title. And I think the one who also another one who has won the title was Sterling, but Sterling, has left now. So those are the issues they are dealing with. As far as 20 years down the line, I think they're still dealing with the issue of identity and the issue of leadership in the team. That is the problem. That is the major problem in Arsenal. The moment they are going to get there, I don't know even why they don't give this Rice the captainship. I think he has shown and proven that he could be, but they sold a very good midfield called Party, and they are suffering through that. That is what they are suffering through. That's why you see Arsenal needs to play set piece. Why do you think Arsenal are playing set piece? They have lost their midfield completely. If you find a team playing set pieces, their midfield is always very weak, or it is being dominated. That game, I knew that game between Sunderland, they are going to win. Sunderland, the problem with Sunderland sometimes they had settled in that game. I think when they got the first goal, they were beaten the first goal. They somehow looked like they were deflated. That is what happened. Also in Old Trafford, Sunderland was beaten 2-0 because the first goal, I think it really entered into them. It's not a team that always gets back and tries to come back with a comeback. But if it was Sunderland tough, could have been a very tough game. So Kelong usistuke, Arsenal we are always sure watapiga kelele, but when they fumble they go back to factory resetting. Tuliwagonga wakarudi factory resetting kidogo. Hivyo ndivyo inahapenigi na Arsenal.
Mzalendo
Arsenal they
ametuambia
always,
leo they are on for the quadruple.
I have even looked at their fans. I always look at the match reactions after the game, and
Mzalendo
you can
ametuambia
see.
leo quadruple is loading.
Simeona mafans wao after Man City imeshinda wamesema, hold on the title race. How can you say hold on the title race? Na nyinyi mko mbele. Si mtu anasemaga now we are even going to, and I think one thing that has happened with Man City, if you have not understood today, that celebration that was done by Haaland and the celebration that were done by Man City fans, that one will take them over the edge. Till now they finish. I think it is not going to be a competitive time. These 13 games will not be easy, and I think over the week we are having some games, and maybe they play before Arsenal, so they could have been left with a 3 margin gap, so that one can interfere in their heads. They always wakiona wamekaribiwa sana, it tends to interfere with the next game. Kama hiyo wanaweza fanya hivyo, it will interfere with some of the nini, but all along tuko hapa. Mi ni hater wa Arsenal, lakini tutasema nini? Hii mpira bado niko mbali. Last season walifumble game ngapi za mwisho? 5. Was it 5 games? They fumbled I think the 5 last games. So we are used to their kelele, and we nini, afadhali Man City chukue, kwa sababu Man City hata hakuna mafans tunaona hapa Kenya. Man City tu mafans na kupiga kelele. But so far, so good. Man City, 6 points. 6 points when you have a game between you and Arsenal. That one, brother, it's a very difficult. It's a very difficult affair. So let's wait and see.
Okay, asante sana Jose. And so before Kelongo tupatie analysis ya game ya leo, I have an old video of you saying here hapa ulisema loud and clear that there are some players when you take them out of small teams, sorry to say this, out of small teams like seme Bournemouth, those players you put them in big clubs they won't perform. And kwa hiyo list you mentioned Antoine Semenyo, and you also mentioned the likes of Brian Mbumo. So my question is, do you still stick by what you said?
Yeah, I still think as a player should be in that list.
Yeah, you also said
Players. Yeah, I think okay. Mbeumo has scored some important goals. Semenyo as well as come in and scored some goals for City. But you see, they're not still the main man. You know, so this still it Ashusha. After a while, they'll start playing averagely, and the likes of Wan Bissaka after a while watarudi tu hizo ma Fulham, ma Leeds United huko, ma Brentford. I don't think they have what it takes. They're not that. Abu plus that unless Mbeumo ndo 25 sivyo? Ma 26.
Yeah, 25, 26 hapo.
Yeah, but tunaona anakaa mzee tu. But yeah, I still think they are average players. They're not like the next best thing after sliced bread. Not really. They're just average players.
So you still believe Semenyo won't do well in City?
And no. He wouldn't do that well at all. Atakuwa anafunga bao hapa na pale, but he'll not be the main man. That when he misses a game, we'll notice any big difference. Not really. Actually, when Doku comes, because the Doku was really playing well, right on the wings. So let's see. But I don't think they'll really be the main star like they were on their teams. Remember, like in Mbuemo and Brentford, main man. Pedro Semenyo and Bournemouth, main man. Eze as well in Crystal Palace, main man. Zaidian is now playing a substitute role after he's not being trusted to start. Yeah, those are the kind of players I call them middle table players.
Okay, Santa Sara Kilogeda. So we still have to tackle so I've been watching City games
Kwa
and
nini mimi hujaniuliza hiyo swali? Kwa nini mimi uniulize hiyo swali? Unauliza tu Kelong. Kwani hutaki nijibu bwana? Wewe unaogopa jibu.
okay, but we still discussed it on the previous show, but you can give us a different take.
No, you know I did not discuss that one. Na nimesikia Kelong akitupa majembe hapa. Na si vizuri. Acha nirudishe hizi majembe. Okay, he has said that players from small teams, or maybe I not call them small. I stopped calling them small teams. The average teams, they don't perform. But now the question is, do players from big teams also perform? Players who have been transferred from big teams. That is a thing we need also to check. Because if we look at the likes of Akina Garnacho, they are not performing anything. You can still check. People are saying that he's going to perform in Chelsea. There is so many
Also
players
Delap.
who have left. Huh?
Also Delap.
Yeah, there's so many players who have left big teams and they are not performing. I think it is what suits you in the club. I'll say, for example, in our club, in my club, I mean, what happens? There is a show that is always run, and the show, you know, there is somebody who must run the engine, and the engine you have seen, it is being run by one person, and the one person is the captain. He needs to run that engine, because if he has gotten the 12 assists in the matches that have been played, and he's the top assist in the league, it can tell you more so of what is happening in the team. It can tell you who is the main man in that team. And that's why I told you, captaincy in a team matters a lot. That's why I don't compete between Bruno Fernandes and Maguire captaincy. Maguire was a very calm and captain, but Bruno Fernandes is the captain I would like. You know why? Because he pushes the players and he knows even when it is critical. You see, like that goal that was scored on Tottenham, the Tottenham game. It was very technical ball. Hata nilikuwa naona watu wengine wakisema set piece lazima unyonge mtu, uwe mtu kwa box, unaweza piga set piece safi na mpaka mko kwa box na keeper hata on. So
group of schools.
ndio nasema these are things that needs a captaincy to have. Na kuna wakati Palmer alikuwa captain wenu. There was a time Palmer when he was very good. You could see how he was played. He was fantastic because captaincy watu kwanza wale wako below years wanaangaliaga captain wenyu wanafanya nini. That is what they always check. Inside the field and outside the field. It's not only inside the field. And that's why you see some people like Garnacho. Garnacho, I told you bought a very lazy player and that player his mindset will never change. That one maybe I don't know what you'll do about him, but that guy, his mindset is very negative. Akona very negative. That guy, I told you amwezi mbadilisha Kelong. Huyo kumbadilisha ni ngumu. Huyo unaona bado wanabash Manchester United na sijui anatuulizaga nini. Sisi tulishamwachilia. Alishasema anataka Chelsea. Alienda nini atuulizaga atikushinda kwa comments ati we beat sijui in what we are going to be. Acha story mingi, cheza ball, wachana na mambo za side shows. If you are not able to play ball, wachana na side show. And that is what happened. They are saying that they want to bring Greenwood. I can never want Greenwood to come back to Manchester United because those players they lacked discipline. Hata Marcus Rashford siwezi kataka arudi Manchester United. Wacha akae Barcelona. They don't have discipline. I don't like players who lack discipline in the team. And
but Joseph,
that is what
for Greenwood, was it discipline or was it the issue with the case he had?
He had discipline issues, Danny Alex. He was coming to training late. First, he was suspended from the training. Before now, he entered in those cases he had with the court. Alikuja training 2 times late. Akabidi ameambiwa sasa asikuje training, kapigwa suspension. So they are very those kids. I don't know. Maybe it's like Jesse Lingard. Jesse Lingard career iliisha hivyo. Lack of discipline. I don't know what will happen with these kids. Maybe they need I don't know, a mentor or somebody who can be able to talk to them. I think peer influence, and that's why I like the character of Menu. Menu amewekwa kwa bench karibu 1 year, a whole year, but that guy has been cool. He has been cool. His character has been cool. Hajakuwa kiargue na coach. We think even the coach did not like him. Kwa sababu utakosaje kuchezeza mchezaji alafu useme ati mchezaji si mzuri, but we can see now he's playing, unaona. But he waited for his turn. Si kuanza kubishana na coach. He waited for his turn. So Kelong huyo amwezi mbadilisha. Huyo ni mjue vile mtamdispose sooner or later, kwa sababu huyo amewakula pesa. 50 million is a lot of money.
Yeah, true. But for me, Jose, if you ask me between Greenwood and Garnacho, I would gladly take Greenwood because Greenwood are talented, good left.
Yeah, he has talent. And yeah, Greenwood has talent, but he lacks. But I think now amepata discipline sasa. Very event. I think also he was a baby.
He's doing well in Marseille. Anafunga mabao huko Marseille.
I think also he was a kid that time. Hata ukiangalia tu vile anaongeaga utasikia siku anarusha maneno. You see even the likes of Akina McTominay. They left na hakuna kitu tunakuaga mpaka ule striker alitoka na he was not happy. Alitagwa Holland. Kwa itwa nani? Hoyland alienda na hakuna maneno, but this is the only guy who speaks too much and there is nothing he plays in the pitch. Ameshinda kwa bench. Si mnashinda mkimweka bench, anashinda hata ufai kuongea. You should feel ashamed of nini because you are not playing. He is good. Garnacho is he can play football, but the problem is his character.
Garnacho is very poor. He cannot
even he's good sometimes. Garnacho. He's good. Lakini siku na wakati mlikuwa mnafurahia.
That guy cannot even take on one defender. He cannot even cross the ball.
Lakini si ni Wan Bissaka tu nimeona alimweza.
Actually, the good thing about him, he always tries to create something. That's the best. What I like about him.
And pressure.
So in a low block he will struggle, but in a team that plays in open transitions, it's really good. Not against Arsenal, he scored really 2 goals, but I don't like when he starts. Because when he starts, he doesn't really play well. I like when he comes off the bench when their third leg, akimbia hapa na pale. So, but he's still young. He has time to improve. I don't judge him harshly. This of course coming from Manchester United. You know, getting the village out of somebody sometimes are taking time. It's a process. So tupe time. Tutafuza mpira atupe hiyo mentality ya kuwa kijana bad boy. you know. But now a team like Chelsea have played a long time, so he needs to, to pull up his socks and will gladly send him to Strasbourg.
Okay, Mabella, do you agree with what Kelong anasema?
Hata atolewe uvile jama, atolewe unini unaitagwa aje, uvile jama, atolewe ile watu wanaenda kuchinja nyama ama butchery. Hiyo ni shauri yake. But one thing I know, I tell Kelong here and I tell him openly. Mimi I like to read people so much. Garnacho he never changed. Garnacho was a guy who was even giving Manchester United inside and used to press. So that is a guy I never think he'll change. Maybe he'll continue playing football, but I think also Ronaldo effect pia inakuwaga mzuri ama inakuja inakuwa mbaya kwako. I think when he saw Ronaldo doing whatever he was doing, he forgot that Ronaldo was a legend in Manchester United, but he was not. He was just a guy who had just come from the academy. But all in all, Kilong, toeni kama mnataka kumtoa kutoka kwa villager, sawa. Sisi hatuna shida na yeye, lakini aache kuweka Manchester kwa mdomo chake. Yeye ako Chelsea sasa, anyamaze sasa. Cheze mpira bwana.
Okay, asante sana hapo Mabella. And also I want to ask a question hapa kwa Kelong hapa. We discussed the Wolves versus Chelsea game hapo, and I got the correct score hapo 3-1 to Chelsea. And in the Premier League hapo some great wins from Liam Rosinia and improvements kidogo hapa na pale, trying to keep up with the top four. And right now if Aston Villa slip up watakuwa wamerudi they'll be fighting for top 6 because as it stands United na Chelsea wana win consistently. So for me swali yangu kwako Kelong ni, is it time for is it time should Chelsea sell Liam Delap and bring back Nicholas Jackson? That's the question, because nimeona juzi, I don't know who was it. There's a pundit who was saying that Palmer does well when Jackson is playing. I don't know whether you saw that video.
Yeah, I absolutely saw it, saying that Palmer misses Nicholas Jackson. Yeah, I think we should move on from Nicholas Jackson. Yeah, he was really good, giving defenders a problem with his run-ins up behind. By the end of the day, he was a poor finisher, lacked critical decisions. He had poor decision making. So I don't really miss Jackson myself. Let him. Of course, we are going to sell him because Bayana will definitely not buy him. But we also we signed Emega. You know Emega, the guy playing in Strasbourg. He's also coming in. Dilap really hasn't shown in some consistency, but I still feel should give him some time because he hasn't had. Of course, he came in with an injury. He came in, got an injury at the beginning of the season, and from there, it's been difficult for him playing consistently. But I see there's something in there. Let's give him 1 or 2 seasons. I can deal with the lap because now our main man is João Pedro, who actually, when Palma gets fit, would be a good linking partner to Palma. You saw it in the Club World Cup, João Pedro and Palma combining. So that would not be a problem. Not absolutely miss Nicholas Jackson. Just need Palma to get in his best form. Ataka alifunga hat-trick. He's really not yet there because of his injury. Doesn't feel 100%. So when Palma gets to 100%, then he could link up play with João Pedro because João Pedro has intelligent movement and really knows how to hold the ball. But sometimes I feel he holds it longer, which could sometimes pass it to other players. But the other play is good. Yeah, so let's just wait and see. But I absolutely don't know.
Okay, asante sana Kelong. And also still up on your question, Levi Colwell is back in training, but we won't see him near. Let's say tumpate like in the next 4 games before we see him back. If Levi Colwell is back along, back to your Chelsea, who are your two center backs between saizi niseme our best center backs ni Fofana na Chaloba,
Aloba.
but Mamadusa is in, and this guy Colwell will be back. So which is your back two Kelong yenye tunafaa Chelsea fans wafaa kusema aje, this is our team sasa, ile yenye next season tunaingia nayo?
Of course, you have to put Levi Colwill as a leader center back. We saw what he did last season, but this season I don't think we'll play even 1 or 2 games because coming from an ACL injury, you don't recover just instantly. It takes a lot of time because before you start even yes, he's training on the grass, but getting much fitness, getting up to speed will take him a lot of time. I cannot see him even play this season. If we will, it will be towards April, the end of April or May. So of course, when it comes back, we have to find out if he'll be okay because an ACL injury really the little players overcome it. Kumalizanga finish it completely. But if he comes back and he's back to form, then of course he will be the one leading our line back. Then we have Chaloba, Fofana, and Mamadou Sarr. I think he's applied Sarr. We have to see him play in Chelsea. He played well in Strasbourg and in Senegal as well. We have him see play don a blue shirt so that we can judge. But I don't really have a favorite one between Chaloba, Fofana. But sometimes I feel Fofana plays well because he complements Colwill. Because sometimes Fofana likes to attack with his aggressiveness paired with Levi Colwill calmness. They bring out the best in each other. So I feel Fofana and Colwill are better suited. Though now both have injury issues, so they'll not always play together for a long time. That's the concern I have. Yeah.
And okay, shukran hapo Kelong. And still after the game versus Wolves, I think I was watching ESPN, and there was one of the pundit was saying that this Liam ball, it's not sustainable against the big teams. So they were saying that Chelsea picking wins against the smaller teams, but against the bigger teams, sema hii style ya Liam, it's not suitable to pick 3 points. Do you agree with it, Kelong? Unaona, yani Liam anapiga timu ndogo ndogo kama Wolves, but when he comes up against the big sides, he's not picking points. Do you agree with it?
We'll have to see because the big team we are playing is Arsenal, and it was a 2-game tie. Then the first game we lost because of mistake from Sanchez. 2 mistakes, actually costly mistakes. So we haven't seen him play against big sides. But in Maresca's time, these little easy games not going to look at Lemea. Piga Wolves, Crystal Palace, na Brentford. Hizo ilikuwa Lemea Maresca sana. So at least we are getting points. Kitambo ilikuwa hard to get these points. So I'll take it, and I feel we are moving the ball a bit quicker, which is something I like to see with really forward progression. That's what we are playing right now. But we are yet to see against a big team. And again, we are going to face Arsenal in March. Beginning of March, that is our biggest game. So let's wait and see, because I'm waiting to see how we'll play against big teams. But I don't think we're that bad off at the moment. We are picking up points. Yeah, and a good start for Liam Rosinia.
Okay, Santa sana Kelong. And let me also hear from you, Jose. I know you watched the game Wolves na Chelsea. So what do you think of the game, Jose? 2 penalties, Palmer with a hat trick. Jose, what do you think of the game?
I will return the spear where it came. Nakumbuka mkuki kwa nguruwe ni tamu and I return it to Kelong. We are going to remove Liam from the village from Liam because he's still a villager. Lazima tumtoe hiyo villager yake as we welcome him to the Premier League. I think he's playing small teams and winning because he has been playing small. He has been managing a small team, Modern City, which is in division. So it's expected that he knows some of the tactics that the average teams. I mean, I stopped calling them small. The average teams that they are using. I watched that game. I knew you are going to get the 3 points against Wolves. It is Wolves have been donating points. Even I think the thing that we got angry so much with Amorim is when he was not able to take the points from Wolves, because Wolves is a team that you're supposed to take all the points. But the game that I'll truly judge is the next one between Leeds, because the match between West Ham, you really struggled. I can tell you, you really struggled to get the 3-2. It was not a
We struggled
joke.
at the first half. It was a game of two halves, remember. We struggled in the first half, but the second half we were cruising nicely.
And you know they had beaten you 2-0 in the first half. So I'm waiting to see between the Leeds game how you are going to perform. That one is going to
But
determine so much.
yeah,
Even
this
us,
is
we have
home
a
game.
very hard test between West Ham. West Ham at home is not an easy match. It will not be an easy match between us and West Ham. So these two games are very crucial because we are teams who are tumeambiwa si ni masista. We are we are
Broad
we are we are we are close,
based
tumekaribiana
opposition.
tumekaribiana sana, and we need to face that gap inafaa widen, either widen kwetu ama kwenyu. So we are going to see with that match on I don't know, ours is on Tuesday. I've not seen for Chelsea. I don't know when they are playing, but I know ours is I
Yeah,
think it's
Tuesday.
Tuesday also,
Yeah,
Tuesday is
also
because
okay.
ours
Tuesday.
will be the last one. Itakuwa saa 5:15, so I think for Chelsea it will be 10 o'clock there. So I think we are going to see those are the games now we need to know. You know, I've seen the coach Carrick is good at big games, but these small games, see at even when we win them, see at it's very easy. I think
Like
what has been
Fulham struggled.
what has been a trend for the big teams this season, not only for Manchester United or Chelsea, even for City, you have seen, and even for right now, even is when City now are performing. I think Arsenal is the one which has been performing well with average
Small
teams.
teams. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you look at these other teams, I think they have been struggling so much. I think the coaches need to know what to do. But all in all, 3 points to Chelsea. I knew it was going to happen. Wolves, they don't give even an opponent. Even at I watched that game, it was a very boring one. I watched the first half. Ikibidi nianze kuona game ya Arsenal versus Sunderland. You know, they were playing there at the same time, and the Arsenal versus Sunderland game was quite interesting. The first half, it was quite interesting. I think they lost themselves after the one goal. But lazima Liam tumtoe kwa village. He's a villager. Lazima tutoe hiyo village ndani yake.
Okay, sawa Bella. And I do agree with you. The Leeds game will be a test, but I believe it's a home game. So the fact that it's a home game, Liam hapo on a home advantage to go on and oh, sorry. We also have to discuss Manchester United. I think it's the team of the month, the manager of the month hapo ni Michael Carrick. And I think right now Manu iko sawa because I don't know what Carrick is, the tactics this guy is doing, because all of a sudden Manchester United is good. They are playing entertaining football, man. They are creating chances. They are attacking well. It's unfortunate that somebody like Patrick Dogu is out injured, because I feel like Dogu was going to be one of the best players for this remainder of the season. And they won against Spurs. Romero made a mistake, and this is his sixth red card of his career, just to show how reckless he is with the tackles. And I think right now Spurs wamekuwa trapped in the sense that they want to sack the manager, but they don't have the chance of bringing in yani hawana options kuleta somebody else, because I don't believe right now somebody like Zinedine Zidane can be convinced to join Spurs. I don't think somebody like Luis Enrique or other Julian Nagelsmann can join Spurs. So I feel like right now wako trapped in the sense that they want to sack the manager, but they don't know who to bring. But all in all, I think right now Manchester United is a good football. The front three niseme ina attack poa. Mateus Cunha is coming to life. Mbumo, Ahmad, Fernandez, they're doing well. I feel like if Chelsea's attack ingekuwa sharp kama ya United, then I believe Chelsea has an opportunity to be one of the best teams in the league. But anyway, Mabella, tuambie juu ya game ya Manu na Spurs. I feel like United right now is the best team in the league.
Tuwachoche sana bwana.
Yeah, it's the best team in the league wachana kilo. Hawezi kubali lakini sasa tutasema nini? Hata yeye anakubali kwa roho anajua. But one thing that has happened is there is no tactic that Carrick came with. It's very simple. And I think you heard it from the captain. He said Carrick told them to play and be responsible for themselves in the pitch. And he told them that now you are going to manage yourselves as players, and I've given you the freedom to do so. And that's why you saw one thing that I can very vividly deny with Amorim is he was trying to force players to play positions they are not supposed to play. And you have seen the players now have gone back to their positions. Bruno Fernandes is playing at 10. And you can see whatever he's doing is magical in that space. And the likes of Akina Mbuemo, they have been opened up, because you can see the likes of Akina Ahmad, when they get the ball, they are very dangerous in the wing. And when it's a very unfortunate that Dog who got the injury was also very dangerous in the wing. But what can we do? We still have Cunha. And I believe also Mount is coming back. Mount also plays a very good game when he's fit. Nowadays, I see he plays a very good game. And also we have the likes of Akina Shesko, so we have an alternative of changing the players in the system the way we want. We can change even the striker to be Sesko, and we can put wingers like Buemo and Ahmad on the wings, or we can put Cunha and Ahmad in the wings. The only thing that we have a problem is the midfield, because already we have Mainu. Mainu is playing a very good football, but when we don't have the likes of Casemiro, our mid is getting a bit tatters when we put in Ugarte. But all in all, we need to find somebody who can replace Casemiro, because it has been an engine for our team, and he's playing. I even heard the commentators saying that he's playing like it is his last time in football, and he has been doing very good, even tackles in the midfield. Is very good also. He has been disciplined. You don't see him getting a red card. You don't see him getting him a yellow card. I think he has been fantastic. For Tottenham, they have, I think discipline is an issue for Romero. And I think even Tottenham fans are saying that now they are tired with Romero. You know, he's a captain, but you cannot be a captain and you're indisciplined in some areas. You're the one who is getting the red cards, 6 red cards, and you're the captain. It's very unfortunate. So for Tottenham, I see a place where they are going for relegation if they are not careful, because, for example, Romero has been banned for four games. Was it 4 games? 3 games now remaining.
4
and
games.
they got 4 games, and they got an injury, I think. They got an injury, which is a problem for them. So I don't know, but I think the coming games for Chelsea are very crucial. If I think they are going to sack this coach eventually, because what will they do? But for Manchester United, we are taking it one game at a time. I told Kelong here, when you are playing one game, it gets you a very good time to rest and a very good time to focus. So even the Tuesday game, I'm very much afraid, because the Tuesday game is after 2 games. I like the ones we play in the weekend. Hiyo game unasema moja ndio ninapenda hiyo, tunaonana na team vizuri so that we can prepare. Lakini all in all, mtu anyoe lazima tunyoe.
Mid-table team that play one game
All in all, lazima mtu anyoe tunyoe, lazima anyolewe, lazima akae kama Mbwemo. Hiyo kitu hiyo nini atumweki. Au what were you saying, Kelong? Ati games being played?
I'm saying you're playing like a championship side, only one
Lakini unasaidiaga
game
sana,
a
unaona
week.
mpaka injuries si mingi, isipokuwa hiyo tumepata ya dogo. It helped, but you know
But now you
right
don't
now
see them
we're
winning
trying to build.
trophy. Amuko FA, Amuko
We are
Champions
trying to
League.
build. We are trying to build because if we want to concentrate, well, let us concentrate on this team so that maybe we get the top 4 spot and we can be able to qualify for the Champions League, and so that we can be able to bring in maybe a manager or some players, 1 or 2 players or 3, and then we know what will happen. But all in all is one game at a time. Jamaa wa kunyolewa sijui Carrick amenunua mpaka mashini mpya, sijui kama tutaitest Tuesday jioni. We are going to test it. But Tottenham has an issue. Tottenham has a very big issue. That guy Potter, is Potter? Unaitwa nani?
No,
Thomas
Thomas
Frank.
Frank.
Frank, pole. Nisidhani confuse sawa. Thomas Frank has an issue. He has a very big issue. That guy, I think he has mismanaged Tottenham. And Tottenham, I don't think they are recovering anytime soon. That is a big issue.
Okay, asante sana Mabela. And let me also let me hear from you, Kelog, because umesema United are not the best team in the league. So why
No.
aren't they the best team in the league, Kelog? They are playing good football, Saizi, and they are smashing teams left, right, and center.
I think it's Amara just bounced. They were really tired of Amorim because Amorim was playing system was not fitting the players. So at least Carrick has given a bit of freedom, so the players are enjoying. But also it helps that they're only in one competition. They are not don't have the problem of rotating players. Like now, big teams like Chelsea were in the Champions League. You're playing FA. Yeah, you see. So tulikuwa Carabao, though tumetolewa. He had a lot of games hapo. So Manu are lucky in that aspect. But at the end of the day, we saw, of course, Manchester United against big teams. The games against Arsenal and Man City, they always they always the underdog. So they always come and try to change the script. But now against small teams, where they suffer. Fulham, they were lucky to get a win because Fulham had equalized. And then at the dead of the game, Sesko got a goal. Against Tottenham, of course, Tottenham played stupidly. Romero got a red card, and basically the game was over at that point. And remember, Spurs are in a injury crisis. I think they have almost 11 players out injured. So of course, Frank is facing a difficult time, but now he has an excuse because almost all his team, especially his first team players, are out. Likes of Kudus, Madison, Kulasevsky, Bentancur, Richarlison. All of his players are out, so he has an excuse over there. But of course, the big test, we wait to see if Manchester United will win against West Ham, which would now be if they win against West Ham, then I know they are starting to become a good side. Then I'll give them an accolade. But remember, West Ham are also facing relegation battle. They're in the 17th spot. We'll see how they'll play. If they win, then it's going to be interesting. But I'll say good job to Carrick because he just gave the players a bit of freedom. That was it. And he's not trying to fit a square peg in a round circle. That is what he's trying not to do here.
It's called Faggy time, baby. Unajua nimesikia Kilonga ameongea uongo hapo, na lazima niseme ameongea uongo. Amesema ati game ya Man City ati we were underdogs. If you go and look at the game of Man City stats, even you're going to get shocked because the game of Man City, they did not even get a shot on target. They got a shot on target in
No, but
I
I'm saying
think one shot on target in the
you came
second.
in as underdog. Of course, Man City, they're
Hawezi
the
kuwa
guys.
underdog na upati chances kwa box. You are
No,
not an underdog.
before the
Maybe
game,
they
before the
had the
game, I'm
ball too
saying
much, but they
I'm not
never
saying
got.
inside the game. You came in as underdog in the sense match.
Okay. Sorry, I was thinking you were saying inside the game. I thought you were saying yeah, we came as underdogs when we were playing that team. But the game, I think
Yeah, of course, you are all over Man
that
City.
game,
I can't.
if you can check that the game we played against Man City, wachana na Arsenal. Arsenal, unajua Arsenal mkicheza na Arsenal nowadays that game is even too much fumbled in. Hata zile bao ukiangalia zile bao Arsenal
Walifunga the
hata si
scrap.
kufunga juu moja tuliwafungia, hata tuseme tu walitufunga juu. If you look at those goals, they were very crumbs. Hata hiyo bao ya Chelsea, hata ile bao walifunga Chelsea ile ya Carabao, it was very crumbs. Ilikuwa tu ni bao tu. Sijui Arsenal, I think now they're having a problem with big teams. And if they find a team that is sijui team gani wanapatana nayo next, I think Chelsea.
Brentford.
That's going to be an interesting match.
The big teams, Chelsea. Chelsea will be the first one.
Yeah.
Chelsea, then they go to Man City. I think those games will be too much for them. Chelsea, I think kwanza Chelsea itawaachilia this time round. Hizi set piece bwana, hizi set piece si ati ni kila wakati zinafanya. Sometimes zinakataa, but it helped them the game of Sunderland. But ni sawa, all in all, we are still here, we are watching the games. This league will be one of the ile league iko na utamu sana. This league has been very you laugh here, you cry there, you laugh here, you cry there, so imekuwa tamu sana hii.
Okay, and so by the question to you, Jose, Carrick anafanya poa and is potentially, if he does well this season, probably.
Mr. Alex.
Yes.
Before you say a comment, let me beg to leave. Because some 1 to 3 things. So let me end it up there and congratulate City for keeping the pressure up against Arsenal. Yeah. And also tell I'll try to learn how to make you see how your game at Liverpool and Man City was very entertaining. It was not boring. Hatuko tunalala.
Ateta wanataka kunyonga mtu kwa box. Niambia wanataka kunyonga mtu na kufanya
Ateta bana actually hata ukiona game hata Liverpool versus Arsenal jamaa wanakaza tu. They don't want to attack. They're always playing. They don't want to show what it takes to win. Yeah, so Ateta should learn something. Acha kufanya EPL ikuwe boring and there's some interesting matches to watch. Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you Jose. Meet again next time.
Okay, that was like a long. So the question that I wanted to pose to you guys is how close are we to seeing an English manager finally lift the EPL trophy, because there is no English manager who has ever won it, and saizi Carrick anafanya poa, and I believe if he does well next season he will be the manager. So my question is to you, Jose, how close are we to seeing an English manager finally win the title, because no English manager has ever won the EPL?
Thank you. I also, as I answer that question, nimeona Michael ameingia hapa. I think Michael should give me my flowers. I said Man City will beat Liverpool. Sasa anaweza kubaliana na mimi. He came here akasema ati Liverpool nini. Sisi tunakujaga hapa tunafanya analysis ya football.
Oh, sorry, ni kama Mabella has dropped out a little bit. Oh, sorry Mabella, ulikuwa umepotea kidogo.
Nilikuwa nimepotea, nimefinya kidogo, pole. I was telling Michael, nilikuwa naangalia comment yake, namwambia Michael that we come here to analyze, we have been analyzing, so I know what happens. And Liverpool is not a fortress in Etihad right now, so I know. So about the English managers lifting the league, I think it is getting close, because you can clearly see that they are quite outperforming themselves. I think even the thing that has happened is these managers that come from different competitions, like let's say for example out of England, some of them now you see they are coming as in wanaishaisha kidogo. because now even the managers ni wagani wamebakia, it's like akina Zinedine Zidane and who else, and these are managers who don't, some of them are not working. Akina Tuchel now is a I think even Tuchel maybe does not make England win. I think this season he'll be sacked, and they are going to give the work to an English manager very soon, because they have shown that they can try to do the work. We have the likes of Akina Carrick and others who are trying to show that they can come up. But so far bado hawajafika hiyo kiwango. They are coming, but bado hawajafika hiyo kiwango ya kukuja. If their team is still managed by Tuchel, and the team that inaongoza ligi saizi inaongozwa na Arteta, who is not an Englishman, and the second team in the league inaongozwa na Pep, who is not an Englishman. The third one, Aston Villa iongozwi bado na Englishman, inaongozwa na una Emery. Alafu ya ine sasa ndio unapata kuna English manager. Maybe I think even that is I think that one is the first English manager in the league. Kwa sababu sasa ukianzia hapo ndio unapata tutapata one or two English managers there. I think that one is becoming, I think they need to work more hard on their English managers. But players, I can certainly tell you some players are popping up in English. And I think also Tuchel has a very hard time to choose his team to go to the World Cup. I have seen him today watching the game between Liverpool and Man City, and I think he has a very hard time to choose the English team to face off. But so far bado Alex hawako, hawajafika hiyo kiwango. Carrick bado hajafika hiyo kiwango ya managerial moto vile. He's still coming up. I think it's just the way that, unajua pia hata tukibasha Amorim sometimes, he also made some sense in the management, because he brought in some players and he kicked out some who are not even performing, and he brought in some. Those three signings were more Amorim signings. Cunha, Mbeumo and Sesko. Yeah, they were his signings, so you can give it to him. But now the problem, he never knew how to manage those players. That was the main issue.
Okay, asante sana Jose, and since tomorrow Monday ni siku refu sana, I want us to do a quick predictions the Matchweek 26 hapo, and we have Tottenham at home playing Newcastle. Unaonaje hiyo game Jose, Tottenham na Newcastle? Since hii wiki uli predict mingi sana, even me I never saw City win at Anfield, and I think you are the only one who saw it, and you got it right, ulisema 2-1, and at first ilikuwa inakaa kama ni hate, but imekuja ikakuwa ni analysis, because watu wote wa Arsenal walisema Liverpool kichwa. So saizi hapa
for Liverpool nilikuwa nimeona hiyo Liverpool right now, Etihad is not the fortress we thought it was. Unajua kuna ila season wakishinda hiyo ligi, kulikuwa kunoma. they could have not gone there to get points. But right now, as I saw them play, they have good football, yes, sikatai. Liverpool, they are playing well. But the problem is their defense. They have even those balls that have, hizo bao zimefungwa kwa nini? Defense. Their defense is, sasa kama hiyo ball imepita Haaland kichwa, I think it was whatever we can say, it was deflection. Bado ni shida ya defense is a problem, na tumeona bao ngapi zimepita hapo. Tumeona karibu bao ngapi zingeingia kwa Man City wakicheza na Chelsea na Liverpool. It was so many goals wangepata, but all in all they soldier on. So umesema Tottenham and
Newcastle
wako wapi? Home,
Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
So Tottenham versus Newcastle is a very tight one, because all the teams are not even performing very well. Not that Newcastle is not performing well. I think they have an issue with their last game walicheza aje, walienda 1-1 ama walienda aje?
Newcastle walichapwa 3-2 na Brentford.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, Brentford. So I think they are not right now. I don't know what is the problem with Newcastle. Newcastle, I don't think it is a fortress. Ile ulikuwa unashinda ukituimbia hapa Alex. It is a problem. They have an issue. So I see a chance where Tottenham 1-0. Newcastle.
Yeah, I also do agree with you. Pia mi nitaenda a narrow in for Tottenham one. Si ati it would be a convince watabahatisha tu hivi ka 1-0 or 2-1 win. And
Yeah,
Everton
1-0
versus
or 2-1.
eh, Everton versus Bournemouth hapo inachezwa inaitwa Hill Dickinson Stadium, so Everton wako home.
Toffees. The
Eh,
Toffees. Wanacheza the Toffees kwa stadium ya the Toffees.
na Bournemouth. Hiyo ni 10:30 pm Kenyan time on Tuesday. Unaonaje hiyo mechi Jose? Mechi kubwa hiyo because Everton inafanya poa, Bournemouth inafanya poa. They got the draw against Aston Villa.
Aston Villa.
Nilisema I predicted a draw.
And Bournemouth, they beat walipiga they beat a team. Walipiga hiyo team, si ndio? Niliacha wakiwa 1-1.
Bournemouth walidraw na Aston Villa 1-1. Everton
Bournemouth
ilishinda
walidraw. Everton ndio ilipiga nani?
Fulham. I think 2-1 or 3-1.
Hizo game niliona mingi hata ninasahau zingine, but I remember the Bournemouth walikuwa 1-1. Nikikumbuka nikiona hiyo game. Nilikuwa naziona kidogo. So that is a very difficult match. And Bournemouth, Everton, hiyo ni ngumu sana. I think I'll give it a 2-1 win.
Win for Everton or Bournemouth?
Yeah, for Everton.
12th
man.
I'm also going
12th
for
man. I give it because of 12th man.
I'm going for 2-1 Everton. 2-1 Everton. And on still hapo Tuesday tuko na hapo Chelsea at home versus Leeds United, and I think Leeds wanacheza game poa sana. They are threatening side and they are doing well. On Friday uli predict watachapa Forest and they did so. Wamepiga mtu 3-1. So right now in the reverse fixture walichapa Chelsea 3-1. Right now wanakuja to the Stamford Bridge and me I'm going for a 3-1 Chelsea.
Your game hiyo game is another difficult one. Hiyo game si rahisi hivyo.
True.
You know those guys, I need to look at your defense. Your defense nowadays, sijui kama umerudisha madefender wenyu. Unajua Fofana sometimes unasemaga ni poa, lakini saa zingine naona waka anapambu kidogo pale nyuma. So unajua hii team inacheza na set piece kama Arsenal. They always play set piece,
but Leeds wanacheza entertaining football, Jose. I don't know if they watch the game on Friday.
Yeah, they play a good football than Arsenal, that is what. Najua Michael atakuja kunibasha hapa bwana nikisema hivyo.
Leeds are very entertaining.
So I think that is a game which will be very difficult. Me, I'll go with a 1-1 draw. Lakini sasa utasema mimi ni bias.
Hiyo kila keloko hatakubaliana, but for me nimeenda for 3-1 win for Chelsea. And still on Tuesday hapo Jose, we have West Ham versus Manchester United. Inachezwa, I think ilitonga London Stadium. I think it's the London Stadium. So Man United mna travel, mnaenda away playing against West Ham. And West Ham saizi niseme they have become a very very difficult side. Nuno Espirito Santo ni kama is very determined to remain in the league. Kuna hapo they have a wing hapo Crescencio Somerville amekuwa mnoma and chipping in with goals at the moment. Wanna try to stay afloat. So this is going to be a very big test for Carrick because as West Ham they are fighting for relegation. Na hii si kama Tottenham unajua wako serious. So West Ham they are very serious. They are trying to fight for a spot in the Premier League next season. So this is one of the biggest tests for Carrick. And for me hapa I'm not going for a win for United Jose. This time I feel like a draw itakuwa hapa. 1-1 or 2-2.
Yeah, that game is not very easy game. Itakuwa rahisi. I think Manchester need to do what they have to do because the people like where Wan-Bissaka they need to be held down. I think they are wings, but I think Wan-Bissaka anachezaga ni anakuwaga left, anakuwaga right, si ndio?
Right.
Right, anachezaga ya Dalot. Dalot need to be very keen. He needs to be very keen in that. He needs to put it to lock him down. And I think also some of the likes of Akina Martinez, they need to lock him down. But if we are going to go with the setup that we had on Sunday, a game like that one, I would like to put in Sesko to start. I would like to put in Sesko first. No, Mbeumo first, then Sesko at the beginning of the half. If we get some goals, but I know he's going to go with that one we saw. Maybe a little minor changes. Maybe we are going to see what he's going to do because we have alternative players. But that one I'll go with 2-1 win for Manchester United.
2-1 win for Manchester United away at the London Stadium. And on Wednesday we have
umesahau kitu moja Alex. Umesahau kitu moja kwamba Manchester United have been playing very well away. Very well.
Nimesema hata one of the best team in the league size. Yeah.
Unajua Kelowna anapenda kusikia hivyo. Unajua Kelowna anasikia kama atajinyonga lakini lazima aambiwe hivyo. We have been playing very well away from home. By the way, hata tukiwa away mimi sisikiagi uoga. Tukiwa home ndio nakuaga na pressure mingi. Just look at all the games we have played away. So most of them we have been winning. But home ndio inakuaga ni a big test. Kama ni West Ham kwanza ingekuwa home ingekuwa big test, but right now we are playing at them at away. I don't feel so much pressure because I know the boys have been doing it away. But kitu moja niongezee, Kelowna amesema sisi the best team. Ni sisi tumeongeza na hizo set piece sasa na wanaiba hapo. Set piece ni sisi tumeongoza, ende uangalie. So I don't know ni nini wanashinda akisema sisi best team. Kama ni sisi tumenominatiwa the best player of the man. Sijui nini anasema, lakini Kelowna tutaongea na yeye, unajua lazima nimtoe village. Village lazima nimtoe.
But anyway, on Wednesday tuko na Aston Villa at home playing against Brighton. This is also going to be a good one. Itakuwa game poa sana hiyo Wednesday. And I see now Villa watapata win after wamekuwa wakilegeza. I think right now they have to start picking points because the teams are catching up with them. So me naenda for a 2-1 win for Aston Villa.
That game will be a very difficult one because Brighton they were beaten the last game. Hii game ya juzi wamepigwa. So they are under pressure.
Leo hata na Palace.
Walipigwa na Palace 1-0. Leo wamepigwa. I saw they were beaten 1-0. It will be a very difficult match because they need to prove. They need to prove that they are not letting go of their side. Unajua saizi ukilet go kidogo hivi unaachwa. Hiyo ligi iko compact, sijui kama umeona huko nyuma. It is too much compacted. Ukilegeza hivi sasa, angalia kama Liverpool leo imelegeza kidogo. Sijui ni timu gani iko karibu nayo. Hiyo timu iko karibu nayo haiacha na points mingi, labda 2 points. I think they are 37. So right now is a very difficult time, and I think Brighton is going to show up in that game, and Aston Villa also is going to try to show up because they have slided now. Kumaanisha wameachwa na point ngapi? 8. Wameachwa na 8 points. Yeah, 8 points straight clear. So I think kuna Emery is under pressure. He needs to come back. But Aston Villa ina pressure. Aston Villa hapo ikiwa namba 3 iko sawa. They are feeling good. They don't have a lot of pressure. But the problem is, are they hoping? The problem is the person who is behind them. If we win the game on Tuesday, it means they need to put pressure on themselves. Tukishinda hiyo game inamaanisha tumebakisha point moja. Point moja. Na unaona goal difference tumeacha Aston Villa. Tumeacha Aston Villa goal difference. So it is a very difficult match. I foresee a draw of 1-1.
1-1 draw. And still on Wednesday we have Manchester City at home playing versus Fulham. And I'm going for a City win. They have to keep up with the momentum. And they also have to put pressure on Arsenal who are playing on Thursday. So after the win today, I think City will be motivated. Unajua kuna wins zingine zenye team ikipata, you guys feel fired up to go on and continue pushing for the league. So I'm going for a 3-0 win for City midweek against Fulham. They'll keep a clean sheet. Unaonaje hiyo game Jose?
I would like to know Man City wako wapi? Wako home. But unajua Fulham si ati rahisi. Why not just give it an easy go like that? But I'll go with a 3-1 win for City. itakuwa rahisi hivyo bado, but they'll have a 3-1 win.
3-1 win and at the Stadium of Light ambayo ni stadium ya London, Liverpool are going there to play against Sunderland. So Sunderland are at home on Wednesday playing Liverpool and na Sunderland huko Stadium of Light huko Jose, kupigwa wao inakuanga ngumu sana. It's not easy to pick 3 points. So Liverpool wanaenda away and they're under pressure. So I believe they have to be the first or the second team to go to the Stadium of Light and they pick 3 points. So going for a narrow 2-1 win for Liverpool away Sunderland, hata kama uko kwa wachapui. Unajua hiyo game Jose, Sunderland versus Liverpool.
Hiyo ni moto, hiyo itakuwa moto hiyo. Kwanza Sunderland vile wameona Liverpool imegongwa leo na Man City, they are going to come up with a bang because they lost their last match and the way you have said, lakini hiyo Stadium of Light sisi tutawanyoa huko, tutawanyolea huko. Acha kwanza wadini na Liverpool. Nimeona kama Liverpool kutoa point huko itakuwa noma. Liverpool has ama hujaona ni kama imerudi back to where it was before Salah had gone for AFCON.
Yeah, true.
Auone hivyo, there is a problem in that team because when Salah left, si ati nabashigi Salah, but when Salah left for Liverpool, the team was really playing and they won the games. So they won the games that month, game karibu zote. But when he came back, I think they have won games, but now the problem has come back. You could see even the time Salah alikuwa anapigania hiyo free kick na itago na nitabu mtaje jina juu anakuwa na jina ngumu sana huyo jamaa.
Zoboslai.
So I think the problem is coming back.
There is one for the ages. Hiyo hata mimi sikuamini. That free.
Lakini hiyo ilikuwa moto sana. Mabao zimefungwa Alex, ilikuwa moto sana. Sio ni tu watu wawili walipita. Alafu ni kama Donnarumma alikuwa ameona kama imeenda nje. Unajua ilipiga post. Hiyo free kick ilipiga post.
Ilikuwa imeenda shule. You know, alifunga kama hiyo first game walicheza na Arsenal ile last minute.
Sasa ukisema hiyo na ile ya Dogu utasema ni. Unajua ile ya Dogu hata sidhani goalkeeper aliona kitu kwa sababu ilipigishwa post ya juu mpaka ndani. I think even they hawakutarajia kitu kama hiyo. You know why I rate that Dogu goal is because it was in motion. Ilikuwa in motion and it was not an easy place to hit the ball. Unajua Szoboszlai alikuwa ni aweke. Yes, that goal was fantastic, but there is goals which have been scored. I was seeing the goals that has been scored this weekend. Kuna bao zingine muendayo. Alex, I think you need to go to the Premier League website uangalie zile bao zimefungwa, utastuka. For the last month.
Yeah, I believe kuna
for the last month nimeziona.
But I'm saying for you today that free kick ilipata kila mtu off guard. Hata if you saw the face of Donnarumma, kila mtu alipata.
I think Donnarumma also alikuwa amepotea. Kwa nini alikuwa amekaa side moja? Sikuelewa vile alikuwa na nini. I think he was thinking atapiga nini, but Donnarumma had some very good saves also. You remember there's a save that he saved. Donnarumma is a very good goalkeeper. I think we lost that goalkeeper, but I think also si poa ati kushinda ukichukua mtu amezeeka. Unajua Donnarumma his age has already aged. So we needed a person who is, Manchester United, one thing they have noticed they do, wanataka kubuild team ya watu young. And if you look at even the goalkeeper we have, he's a very young man. Huyo goalkeeper hata he's a very young goalkeeper. I think Manchester wants to build for young players. That is what they want. That's why you see they don't want to sign new. Hata nasikia ni kama some transfer wanaweza sign Baliba. They want young players, I think. They don't want old players, I think. But ile kitu mimi najua Manchester will hurt us kidogo ni Casemiro. Casemiro has been a very good sign. That one will hurt us. That one, I know. Itatuumiza, but what can we say? I hope they could have added him some more contract after kama ni 1 year. Kabla tume-rediscover team vizuri. But all in all, inaitagwa football and hiyo game ya Stadium of Light Liverpool sio. Hiyo game naona Sunderland 2-1.
2-1 Sunderland. And Crystal Palace are at home playing against Burnley. I believe saizi Burnley kidogo wameisha, they are donating points. So mi naenda for 2-0 win for Palace. Unaonaje hiyo game Jose? Palace na Burnley.
Hiyo game Burnley ni watu wa kupeana points. They're very easy, they give points. But I think also Crystal Palace haiko sawa vile. So I'll give them, even if they won the Brighton game, si ati wako sawa vile. It's not the time Crystal Palace was Crystal Palace, ile wakati ungesikia inapiga Liverpool. Na hiyo game unasikia imeisha hivyo. So I'll give them a 1-0. Analo victory.
Okay, and on Thursday hapo tuko na game kubwa hapo. Brentford at home playing versus Arsenal. And niseme Brentford wamefanya poa with the new manager hapo in charge, Keith Andrews. Keith Andrews being his first time managing, I believe the guy is doing well. Anafanya poa hapo, anaweka Brentford as a top 8 side. And niseme wanafanya poa, they have a good striker. Igor Thiago has 17 goals in 25 games in the league, which is, those are good numbers. Pia wako na people like Kevin Shada mwenye anafanya poa sana. Considering they lost two good players, Yohan Wissa na Brian Bumo, feel like Brentford wanajaribu sana. And they're at home playing against Arsenal, which is also going to be a good game. And it's not an easy 3 points for Arsenal, despite them being away. So with that said, this is not hate any analysis. Now this is not me being a fan, but I can see a 1-1 draw ya Brentford na Arsenal. Unaonaje hiyo game Jose, Brentford versus Arsenal?
Your game here I'd go at it at another different angle. And the angle I'm going to go at it is, if Manchester City wins against Fulham, it's game on Wednesday. It means they are going to be having 3 points gap. And I think Arsenal is going to come at this game when they have tension all over, because it could have been ile katebo mnakuwaga mkiangalia, sasa mtakuwa mkiangalia kako closer, lakini kuna game at hand. And that game at hand is always gives you pressure. It always make you have pressure. Na hiyo pressure waga ni kama tu vile unaona kinetic energy inajaribu kusakiwa na some things. Ni kama vile unapataka nguo yako imesak energy, ukienda kuguza kitu nasikia inapiga shock. That energy is what the small teams suck within the big teams. And they always unajua hizi timu ndogo zinapenda kuchukua advantage of what is taking you that time. So what will be on Arsenal's mind and all fans of Arsenal is, what if we fumble this game? What will happen? And that is what they are going to go. If they go with that mentality, I think this game will be a very difficult one. And I can foresee a late winner for Brighton 2-1.
A late winner for Brentford 2-1. Naona Gypsy anatujoin kama tunaenda kumaliza. Gypsy, how are you? Najua leo umekosewa juu you guys lost.
Nilimwambia sema Slaughter, utakasema ati ataki Slaughter. Nilimwambia Slaughter the slot.
Yeah, Gypsy, but I believe after the free kick nilikuwa jua alikuwa amejua washashinda. Hi Gypsy, karibu sana. Today sijui nini imefanyika makosa, because it seems you guys are slipping away from the top
This
four.
is the first time. This is the first time a team who has won the cup, the EPL, is going to be number 8 in the league.
Gypsy akuja utuambie makosa imefanyika wapi leo, because I felt like Jose in the second half, before even the first goal, Liverpool walikuwa wacheza poa, they were creating chances, they were in the front foot, but I believe they did not hawakukanyaga shingo ya City waue, and it came back to bite them, because an equalizer from Bernardo Silva ilitoka out of nowhere, and as we expected the game to go 1-1 hapo, Alisson aligift Man City penalty. So I feel like today walikuwa na chances poor. They had good chances to put this game to bed.
But also, Alex, as we talk about that game, it was very controversial. You saw the decisions that were made by the referee. Some of them were very controversial. Like the last minute fiasco was very controversial, because some people asked really, you saw somebody was being pulled his t-shirt. Then you said advantage. why did you not blow the whistle again after you saw it was done like that? Unajua sikuelewa mimi, because I know when we talk about advantage you always say you always say that mtu aendelee kucheza, si ndio? And it does not mean that Haaland stopped. Unamuitaga aje? Hebu muite jina.
Zoboslai.
Yeah, from catching the goal. He's not a goalkeeper. So, you know, in the box, the goalkeeper is always the one who is given a go-ahead kidogo. But if you are winning for the ball, and the foul had already been committed, I think the goal should have been given, but should have stand. But this match, refereeing games, Alex misielewi hizi games za kureferee, unapata decision ingine inafanywa hivi, ingine inafanywa hivi, but all in all slot out ndio inaweza sema kwa good ya slot out, na itabidi ya kubali mzee mzito slot amejislota. Next game wako ambia good ya next game wako na nani juu next game ni
wako na Sunderland. Wanaenda Stadium of Light.
Ni machos.
That one is a fortress. Wacha hata hii St James's Park. St James's Park is not a fortress. But Stadium of Light uko nayo siku rahisi. Pick 3 points.
Unasema huko they will walk alone. Unasema huko they will walk alone.
Stadium of Light picking 3 points Sunderland. Uko nayo wanakaza kukaza.
But all in all, Liverpool, I think Slot was not a good manager for them. I don't think they had the best choosing for him. And it's the same thing I'm going to tell you, Alex. I don't think Liam is the best manager for you guys.
I agree. I totally agree.
It might take a time, but maybe you come and say what I'm saying.
For the long term.
And that's why I don't want Carrick to be given managerial status. Much to push to over the edge. I don't think Carrick will be able to manage us when we are going for Champions League. Let us not lie to ourselves. I think we need a coach. Also, the management knows we need a coach. But nyinyi yenyu unaona mko na Liam lakini mnafurahia. Don't be happy because of short gains. Hata sisi tuko happy juu ya short gains hapo.
True.
Then it came to bite us nyuma because the thing you asked was a very crucial thing because tunaendelea bado. You asked a very good question about is he winning big games? That is the question. Is he winning big teams? And will he win the big teams when it matters? Unajua nyinyi mko bado Champions League. Will he win the Champions League when it matters? Will he win the Carabao when it matters? The FA when it matters? That is where it matters. And it will be very sad for us, for Chelsea also. Ikienda hii season bila any cup. It will be very, very unfortunate kwa sababu mnajitaga world champions. Don't go without any cup this season. Inamaanisha you are not world champions anymore. That one is now history. That one is what is going to mean. So Liam lakini huyo coach huyo. Sijui mlimtoa wapi huyo coach juu huyo coach. Sijui lakini mlimtoa Hull City.
Huyo alitoka Strasbourg. So unajua hii management yetu ndio bado ina own Strasbourg. So
lakini nini wako na nini hiyo management? Mimi mpaka mko na players
kitambo.
Mko na players mpaka majina zao watu juagi ati Mamadu. Mko na player wengine bwana. Majina zao ni ngumu bwana. Madueke. Mnatuletea mpaka Madueke.
Madueke waliuzia Arsenal.
Sasa unaona wale watu mnauza ni wanakuja kuwamalizia. Lakini wale mnauziwa wakuje kumalizia kule mmeuza. Lakini I'm looking forward to the game between Manchester United and Chelsea. That one will be one of the games which will be highlighted this year.
That's a blockbuster. Hiyo ni blockbuster. Everyone is looking forward to that game.
Itakuwa siku za mwisho. It will be in the last of the games because I think it will be among us the second last games. Ati Guri anasema ati stop adding injuries. Lazima niwafinye pale pako. Lazima niwafinye kwa sababu Liverpool you have really let people down. Lakini it clearly shows the coach won with a team which was not his. He was managed for the team. He found a team which was managed. He does not have any decisions. Alex aweza kuwa ati wewe umeshinda last league ulishinda. ati hii season hii ligi inakushinda, ati mpaka players wako huwezi jua nani anafaa kucheza wapi. Kuna ndivyo umepewa. I think the most signings was Liverpool. The most signings in the league were Liverpool. I don't know. I don't understand.
Even
But
now
all in all,
Gypsy can attest, wamenunua player mwingine anaitwa sijui Jeremy Jacket worth 70 million anakuja next season. I think that's a lot of money for
waga
young center
tunaingisha
back.
box Alex.
Because hata Gypsy can attest to the Gypsy atuambia, what does he think of the new signing huyo Jeremy Jacket from Lille 70 million. Hata mi nimeshangaa, that's a lot of money and we haven't seen him playing well enough. So 70 million is ama Gypsy atuambie, because me I feel like that's a lot of money. So Slot unatumia almost half a billion in 2 seasons. Hata Klopp hakutumia mingi hivyo.
Sisi ni sisi waga tunafanya wananunua wachezaji. Hata Man City tuliwafanya wakanunua Semenyo. Sisi tunajifanyanga tunataka mnanunua, tunawachia game. So hata huyo Jacket ama ni koti, acha anunuliwe, sasa atasema nini? Sijui hata kama nani anamjua. Goodyear kama anajua Jacket. But Liverpool has an issue. And the issue is not player issue. The issue is managerial issue. You cannot be able to handle those guys. I have seen kuna vita between, ile vita ya Mohamed Salah haijaisha. Umeona leo? Haijaisha. It is still there. Na hiyo inaweza itamaliza hiyo timu wasipochunga. So unaona Goodyear anasema Slot doesn't spend most of the player behavior. Yes, nimekwambia. I'm telling you I can study. Mimi naweza study. Unajua watu wanaonaga hapa kama si analyze football vizuri. I study, I know. Na nilikuja nikaambia.
Inatoka kama chuki. When you say City win,
yangu inaonekana kama chuki, lakini si chuki. Nilikuja nikakwambia Goodyear Goodyear ni Liverpool. Amekuja akwambia tu kile nikwambia kwanza. Nikwambia nini? Mohamed Salah hawasikizani vizuri. And it's not happening because of players wenyewe tu. Slot is trying to undermine Mohamed Salah. And if you want to know Salah has not been playing, is not okay, hayuko fine. Look at the game he has been playing. Hata zile vitu anapata na anafaa kumalizia hiyo game hawezi. He cannot. He's not focused. Another thing is happening. Hata Haaland has an issue. I don't know if the teams have mastered him or what is happening with Haaland.
For Haaland, me Jose, I feel like service ndio hakuna ya kutosha, because unaona mtu kama Semenyo is not going to give him assists or nini, because Semenyo goes direct, Semenyo ana shoot, unaona. But if you have somebody like, let's say Mahrez, ukue na KDB, those are people wenye watachipi na assists, unaona, kina Bernardo Silva. But sasa people like Doku likes to go direct, who else? Semenyo likes to go direct. Hata Mamush the goal scorer, unaona. So the City's most creative player ni Chaki. So I feel like wakifeed Haaland vizuri is going to score. But sasa right now the wingers, most of them unaona City, they like to go direct and score. Because hata Mamush is a goal scorer. Same as Semenyo. How they're not going to feed Haaland with the chances. But anyway, I feel like tumepiga almost 2 hours and we have come to the end of to today's show.